So in this video, I'll actually read the interview with Scott McNealy. That's basically the reason for this cover of Byte magazine in January 1997. They titled it, "Can Java Replace Windows?" But then when you get to the interview, it says why Java won't repeat the mistakes of Unix. So we'll see if basically that whole Windows angle is addressed in this article. So the subtitle says Scott McNealy, chairman and CEO of Sun Microsystems, talks about how Java will change computing in the computer industry. So the first question Byte asks is, what's your vision of a Java-centric computing industry? He replies by saying the whole point of the net is more than convenience, it's open interfaces. All of a sudden now, no single microprocessors in charge, no single operating systems in charge, no single vendors in charge, no single customers in charge. Oh boy, what a sentence. Regarding Sun's place in this new industry, we believe that we can be one of the 3 equipment suppliers for data tone, web tone equipment on the client and server side. So both sides. Wintel, Sun, and IBM are the only 3 equipment suppliers left. Everyone else is just a dealer of other people's equipment. The problem with Microsoft and Intel is that it's a lot like General Motors with Fisher Body separated from Chevrolet, and that's why it takes 10 years to get a 32-bit OS on a 32-bit microprocessor. It's hard to merge them at the end of the assembly line when you're not under the same shareholder agreement. So then Byte goes on to say a lot of the open interfaces, that is TCP, HTML for example, are controlled by standards bodies, but you own the Java spec. McNealy says, no, this is huge. You can go out and write a Java virtual machine to that spec. I will not sue you. So own is too loaded a word. We're going to continue to drive that spec forward. If you want to call it Java the brand, yeah, we own Java. The problem with Unix is that nobody protected the brand to mean something, and the brand lost value. Byte says, is that the primary lesson you take from the Unix experience, that branding was lacking? McNealy, I also think that licensing terms of Unix were very, very different. We're fundamentally saying that you don't need a Java license from us to go do what you need to do. You have to go out and just do a great implementation. Byte, how important is it to Java enterprise computing that you have a compelling Windows compatibility strategy? McNealy, we'll provide it the right way. Put it on one server. You only have to buy one copy, and I'm urging every CEO to make sure Windows, runs really slowly so people stop using that stuff. So wow, if you don't believe I'm actually reading the article, that's crazy. He goes on to say the right way is to ban PowerPoint from your company. The second best answer is to buy just one copy, and the wrong answer is to give everyone their own personal copy. When the anthropologists dust off the 1980s and 1990s and look at the productivity dip, they're going to blame Office. I banned PowerPoint from my company, and we've had the best 2 quarters we've ever had in the history of the company. I want to give everybody plastic Mylar sheets and all the pens they need to scribble on them, and I said use what I call the Sun co-founder Bill Joy font. You can see where he licked his thumb and erases it so much faster. This might be my favorite article ever in a Byte magazine. Okay, so Byte goes on to say, suppose the whole world converted to Java-centric computing today, is the infrastructure there? Okay, so he does respond by saying that would be a problem. The beauty of the fact that not everybody buys into what we're doing is that it gives us a head start. This is an architecture that really does scale like no other architecture has ever done. It's got all the new stuff built into it, like threading and absolute objects. This is not object-oriented. This is an object-based language. It has enough compelling new features that it is just the right answer. Okay, well, that's it for the interview. It was just this one page, as you can see here. I still really like the things he said. Very interesting from a historical standpoint now. And I guess we have our answer as to why they titled the front page, Can Java Replace Windows? I guess they're not talking from an OS perspective, but maybe more from a business model perspective. Well, thanks for watching.